A woman must always carry within her the sacred weight of her own mystery, because her life is not meant to be unraveled by the careless hands of any man who has not earned the right to touch the fabric of her soul. You see, the world has taught women to give, to bend, to pour themselves out until there is nothing left but an echo. And yet I tell you, there are things a woman must never surrender, not even to the man she loves, not even to the man who promises her the world, not even to the one who swears his devotion beneath the stars. For love may be beautiful, but love is not always eternal, and when the dust of broken promises settles, a woman must still have her own foundation to stand upon. A woman must guard her essence the way the earth guards her diamonds beneath the soil, hidden from the casual eye, waiting for the worthy to seek them with reverence. For there are 5 things a woman must always hide from a man, not because she fears him, but because she respects herself, and she knows that the mystery of her being is not a prize to be given freely, but a treasure to be cherished by the one who has proven his heart can carry it. The first thing a woman must always hide is the depth of her dreams, for not every man can hold the weight of what she sees when her eyes are closed at night. A dream is fragile when it is first born, like a tender flame that can be blown out by the wind of careless laughter or the storm of doubt. Too many women have placed their visions in the hands of men who could not understand the sacredness of their longing, men who mocked what they could not grasp, men who feared what was too vast for their imagination. And so, my dear, you must shelter your dream as a mother shelters her child, keeping it warm until it is strong enough to stand, until it is undeniable in its presence. Do not hand it to a man who has not first proven that he will nurture it, because a dream is not simply an idea, it is the whisper of your soul, and no man should ever crush the whisper of your soul. You may walk beside him, you may share your victories when they bloom, but the roots of that dream must remain buried in the soil of your own spirit, untouchable, hidden, safe. The second thing a woman must hide is the full depth of her pain, for there are men who will use her wounds as weapons, who will turn her tears into chains, who will make her confessions into shackles to bind her. Not every heart is gentle enough to cradle the sorrow of a woman. Some men will ask for your scars, not so they may heal them, but so they may remind you of them when you rise too high, when you dare to shine too bright. And so you must learn to hold your pain in a place of dignity, not denying it, not burying it, but carrying it with grace, so that no man may ever wield it against you. A woman's pain, when spoken too freely, can become the very fire that burns her, because not every ear deserves the sacred story of how she survived. Keep some of that story to yourself, my love. Keep it tucked beneath your ribcage like a secret song only you can hear, because it will make you stronger, and your strength must never be fully surrendered to the mercy of a man. Let him see your resilience. Let him witness your triumph. But the broken pieces that you stitched back together, let those remain in the vault of your own heart, for they belong to you alone. The third thing a woman must always hide is the full measure of her giving heart, because a woman's love is an ocean, endless and deep, and too often men take from that ocean without understanding the cost of its tides. A woman who gives all of herself to a man risks losing herself in the process, and when the giving is not met with equal reverence, she is left empty, gasping for breath. You must love, yes, but love with wisdom. You must give, but give in portions that still leave you whole. Hide the full extent of your tenderness, not to deceive but to preserve, so that no man may ever drink you dry. The truth, my dear, is that men respect what they cannot fully consume. When you hold something of yourself back, when you keep some portion of your love locked away, you remind him that you are not his possession, but your own universe. You must never let a man believe he has reached the end of your giving, for once he believes that, he will stop searching, stop treasuring, stop honoring the depth of who you are. Keep some of that love for yourself, keep some of that tenderness hidden, so that when he looks at you he knows there is always more to discover, always more to honor, always more to strive for. The fourth thing a woman must always hide is her financial secrets, for money is power, and too often power placed in the wrong hands becomes control. A woman must never allow her stability to rest solely in the hands of a man, no matter how much he swears he will provide, no matter how loudly he declares his devotion. Keep something for yourself, my love. A woman must have her own storehouse, her own hidden well of resources, because life is uncertain, and promises can shatter like glass. Too many women have awakened one day to find that the man who vowed to protect them has vanished, and without her own security, she is left vulnerable, dependent, broken. This is not mistrust, this is wisdom. You do not withhold out of suspicion, you withhold out of self-preservation, because your independence is not a weapon against a man, it is a shield for yourself. A woman who has her own is a woman who is free, and freedom, my dear, is the sweetest possession you will ever own. Guard your independence as you would guard your very breath, for no man should ever have the power to suffocate your life by controlling your means to live. The fifth thing a woman must always hide is the fullness of her intuition, for intuition is a divine gift, a whisper from the heavens, a compass that no man can fully understand. Men may laugh at it, dismiss it, call it foolishness or superstition, but a woman knows better. A woman knows that her spirit is tuned to frequencies the world cannot measure, that she can feel storms before they come, that she can sense betrayal before it unfolds, that she can hear truth beneath the silence. And so, you must never reveal the full power of that gift, because when a man knows how deeply you see, he may fear you, or he may attempt to twist your own knowing against you. Hide it, not to deny it, but to protect it. Let your intuition be your private guide, your inner counsel, your sacred lamp in the darkness. Share what you must, but never all, because a woman who exposes the full extent of her insight risks having it poisoned by the disbelief of others. Trust your knowing, even when no one else does, and carry it like a hidden jewel within you, shining only when the time demands. And so, my love, these 5 things, your dreams, your pain, your giving, your financial independence, and your intuition, must remain partly hidden, safeguarded, treasured. For a woman is not meant to be fully exposed, not meant to hand over every key to the chambers of her soul. A woman is meant to remain a mystery, a holy secret, a force that cannot be conquered. The man who truly loves you will not demand to own every part of you. He will honor the parts of you that you keep hidden. He will cherish the mystery, because he knows it is what keeps your spirit alive. And you, my dear, must remember that hiding is not the same as lying. Hiding is preserving. Hiding is protecting. Hiding is loving yourself enough to remain whole in a world that is forever trying to take pieces of you. So walk with your head high, with your secrets tucked close to your chest, with your treasures locked within. Speak when you must, reveal when it is safe, but never hand yourself over entirely, because you are not meant to be consumed, you are meant to be revered. Let your mystery be your crown, let your hiddenness be your strength, and let every man who comes into your life know this truth, that a woman is not an open book to be read at leisure, but a sacred poem, and only the worthy will ever hear her song. A woman must understand that to hide is not to shrink, but to rise. It is not an act of fear, it is an act of sovereignty. When a woman shields certain truths of her soul, she is not withholding love, she is not withholding trust, she is holding the sacred line between her identity and her surrender. For too long, the world has confused vulnerability with exposure, but vulnerability is strength with discretion. A woman who hides the right things is not a woman who fears being known. She is a woman who refuses to be devoured. And if you would remember this, my dear, then you would know that in the hiding lies your dignity, In the mystery lies your magnetism, and in the silence lies your power. I have seen too many women pour themselves out like rivers into the empty vessels of men who were not built to carry them. They gave every dream, every wound, every coin, every ounce of tenderness, every whisper of intuition, and in return they were met not with reverence, but with carelessness, with dismissal, with abandonment. And when they were emptied, they were told they were too much, too complicated, too demanding, too mysterious. Do you see the cruel irony? The same mystery they were asked to reveal became the reason they were discarded. That is why, my love, you must never give every drop of your essence to another. For a river that empties itself ceases to flow, but a river that guards its source never runs dry. There will be men who will demand the entirety of you, who will plead with wide eyes and aching voices. Tell me everything, show me everything, give me everything. And in the innocence of your heart, you may be tempted to oblige, to unwrap every layer, to bare every scar, to expose every longing. But pause, my dear, pause and remember this truth. A man who demands all of you is often a man who does not yet know how to value even part of you. A man who insists upon full revelation may not be ready for the responsibility of holding what you carry. For a woman's spirit is not light, it is weight. It is the weight of generations, the weight of dreams unspoken, the weight of battles fought in silence, the weight of resilience stitched into her skin. And if you hand all of that weight to someone whose arms are not strong enough, he will drop you, and in the shattering, it will be you who bleeds. Hide your dreams not because you do not trust love, but because you trust destiny more. Destiny requires silence in its early stages. When you share your visions with a man who does not yet understand the fire that fuels you, he may water your flame with his doubt. He may tell you that you are reaching too high, that you are wanting too much, that the life you envision is too large for the space you occupy. And if you are not careful, his words may begin to echo louder than your own, until you abandon your own blueprint for the comfort of his disbelief. But your dreams, my dear, were not given to him, they were given to you. They were whispered into your spirit when no one else was in the room. They were etched into your bones before your first breath. Do not let a man who cannot hear the melody of your soul convince you that it is silence. Hide that dream, water it yourself, and when it blooms, let the fragrance fill the air so undeniable that no one can question its truth. Hide your pain, not because you are ashamed of it, but because it is the holy evidence of your survival. A scar is not for every eye to see, for not every eye knows how to look at it with compassion. Some eyes will look and see weakness. Some ears will listen and hear ammunition. And when you are strong again, when you rise again, those same men may use your confessions against you, may remind you of who you were at your lowest, in an attempt to pull you down. But when you keep your pain guarded, when you choose carefully who receives the privilege of your story, then your suffering becomes your weapon and not theirs. It becomes your shield and not their chain. You can cry, yes, but cry into the hands of the divine. Cry into your own pillow. Cry into the pages of your journal, and let the world see only your strength. For strength does not mean you did not suffer. Strength means you suffered and survived, without handing your survival over to the wrong person to interpret. Hide your giving heart, not because you are incapable of love, but because you know love must be reciprocal to be life-giving. Too many women have mistaken martyrdom for devotion. They have emptied their cups into the hands of men who drank greedily but never poured back. And when their cups were dry, those men wandered off in search of fresher waters, leaving the woman parched, abandoned, bewildered. A giving heart is a holy thing, but even holiness must be guarded. Give but never give so much that you vanish. Give but keep some of that sweetness for yourself. Give but let the man earn it. Let him prove he is worthy of it. Let him show that he too knows how to pour into you. For if you give it all without measure, you teach him that your love is cheap, that it costs him nothing, and he will treat it as such. A woman who hides some of her tenderness teaches the world that her love is sacred, that it is a privilege, not a guarantee, and only the reverent may taste it. Hide your financial independence, not to deceive but to protect. Money in a woman's hand is not simply currency. It is choice, it is voice, it is freedom. A woman with her own means cannot be silenced, cannot be trapped, cannot be controlled. And if a man knows every coin in your purse, if he holds dominion over every bill you own, then you are no longer free, you are owned. Too many women have awakened to find themselves caged by the very love they trusted, dependent on a man who changed his promise, who shifted his loyalty, who withdrew his support. And in that moment, without her own hidden storehouse, she had no wings to fly, no net to catch her. My love, never let this be your story. Keep something for yourself, hide something for yourself, even in the warmth of his embrace, even in the certainty of his devotion. Set aside a portion that belongs only to you. That secret well is not mistrust, it is wisdom, it is preparation, it is your guarantee that your tomorrow will never be in the hands of anyone else. Hide your intuition, because intuition is a sacred inheritance. It is the quiet language of the soul, the way the divine whispers to you in moments of silence. Men may laugh at it, dismiss it as irrational, but a woman knows it is real. She knows when something is wrong before it reveals itself. She knows when words are untrue, even if they are wrapped in honey. She knows when danger is near, when betrayal is close, when blessing is about to arrive. That knowing is yours, and yours alone. And if you reveal all of it, if you lay it bare before a man who does not respect it, he may twist it, he may use it to manipulate you, he may call it paranoia, until you begin to doubt your own spirit. Do not hand him that power. Trust your knowing in silence. Move as your spirit instructs you. Let him wonder how you always find your way. Let him marvel at how you always land on your feet. Some gifts are too divine to be shared without discernment, and your intuition is one of them. And so I say again, my love, the hiding is not the withholding of love, it is the preservation of self. A woman is not meant to be stripped bare, until she is nothing but bones for the world to gnaw at. A woman is meant to remain clothed in her dignity, wrapped in her mystery, adorned with her own secrets. And the man who truly loves her will not resent this. He will bow before it. He will understand that he does not need to own every part of her to love her wholly. He will honor the veil as much as the revelation. And you, my dear, must never feel guilty for keeping something of yourself, for yourself. That is not selfishness. It is survival. It is wisdom. It is your birthright. For when a woman hides rightly, she remains unbreakable. When she guards her dreams, she ensures they live. When she shelters her pain, she ensures it cannot be weaponized. When she measures her giving, she ensures her love remains abundant. When she protects her independence, she ensures her freedom. When she holds her intuition close, she ensures her spirit remains her compass. And in all this, she becomes not a secretive woman, but a sovereign woman. A woman who belongs first to herself, and then, if she chooses, to the man who proves worthy. And let me tell you, my dear, there is nothing more radiant, nothing more powerful, nothing more magnetic, than a woman who belongs to herself. She is the flame that cannot be extinguished, the river that never runs dry, the crown that cannot be stolen. She is the one men will marvel at, the one they will pursue, the one they will long to know. But only the reverent will be allowed into her hidden chambers. Only the worthy will be entrusted with even a glimpse of her treasures. For she has learned that love is not about surrendering her entirety. It is about walking beside someone, while still keeping her throne intact. And so walk on, my love. Walk on with your head lifted high, with your secrets safely tucked beneath your heart, with your treasures hidden in the folds of your soul. Give when you choose, reveal when you will, but always keep something untouched, something sacred, something that belongs only to you. For a woman who keeps herself is a woman who cannot be destroyed. A woman must learn that her silence is not emptiness, but power, and her concealment is not dishonesty but wisdom. Too often the world demands of her, show us everything, strip yourself of your mystery, lay bare your heart, expose your soul, and when she does, they do not honor it, they devour it. They take her transparency as weakness, her honesty as vulnerability, to be exploited, her openness as a door to walk through without reverence. My dear, you must remember that you were never created to be laid bare before unworthy eyes. You were created to carry a holy mystery within you, and that mystery is what keeps the world leaning closer, listening harder, yearning to know more. A woman who hides what must be hidden is a woman who commands respect without asking, for people bow before what they cannot fully understand, and they revere what they cannot completely possess. You must know that when you hide your dreams, you protect the seeds of your future from the trampling feet of those who cannot imagine what you see. I have watched women unfold their visions like fragile parchment before men who could not read the language of destiny. Those men scoffed, they dismissed, they told her to be practical, to shrink, to lower her gaze and aim for something smaller. And because she trusted, she believed them, and her dreams were folded away again, crumpled, forgotten. But her heart never forgot. Her soul kept crying out for what it once envisioned. My love, do not let anyone, not even the man who swears he loves you, hold the pen to write upon the scroll of your destiny. That scroll belongs to you. Keep it hidden until the ink is dry, until the prophecy is too alive to be denied, until no mockery can diminish its glow. A man may walk beside you, but he must never sit at the throne of your vision. For your dreams are the compass of your life, and no man should ever steer you away from the place your spirit has been promised. You must know that when you hide your pain, you are not pretending to be unbroken, you are simply refusing to hand over your scars as trophies to those who would not value them. Not every man is gentle enough to cradle the story of your survival. Some will ask for your truth, not to heal it, but to use it, not to love you more deeply, but to control you more tightly. I have seen women confess their sorrows to men who, when anger came, spit those same confessions back at them like poison. I have seen men weaponize the tenderness of a woman's suffering, using her openness as a chain to bind her in shame. That is why, my dear, your wounds must be kept for those who are healers, not takers. Pour them out in prayer, pour them into the lap of the divine, pour them into your own sacred rituals of release. And when you choose to share, choose carefully. Choose the man whose hands are steady, whose spirit is gentle, whose eyes do not grow sharper when they see your tears. For to hide your pain is not to deny it, but to crown it with dignity, and dignity must never be stripped from you by careless hands. You must know that when you hide the fullness of your giving, you protect the endless ocean of your love from being drained by unworthy thirsts. A woman's love, when pure, when devoted, when freely poured, is the most intoxicating gift on earth. It heals, it inspires, it revives, it builds kingdoms. But when poured into the wrong vessel, it is wasted. For some vessels are cracked, some are poisoned, some are bottomless pits that consume without gratitude. A woman who gives too much without wisdom will find herself dry, aching, forgotten, while the man she filled walks away fattened by her sacrifice. My dear, you must give, yes, but never all at once. You must love, yes, but never to the point of your own erasure. Keep some of your sweetness for yourself. Keep some of your fire untouchable. Keep some of your heart hidden in a place that even love cannot touch unless it has proven its worthiness. For a man who tastes all of you without effort will soon stop cherishing you, but a man who knows there is always more to uncover will forever walk in awe of you. You must remain a mystery, even in love, for mystery is what keeps devotion alive. You must know that when you hide your financial strength, you guard the throne of your independence. There is a freedom in having something of your own that no man can control, no circumstance can strip away. Too many women have handed over their financial lives to men who once promised security, only to be left stranded when betrayal came, or abandonment came, or death came too soon. Without her own provision, the woman was left begging the world for scraps, her crown toppled, her dignity bruised. My dear, never allow yourself to be placed in such a position. Keep something for yourself. Keep your savings, your skills, your resources hidden if you must, because these are your wings. A woman who has her own is a woman who cannot be caged. It is not mistrust to build your own foundation. It is wisdom, it is foresight, it is survival, and no man of true strength will resent it. For a strong man does not fear a strong woman. If anything, he reveres her even more. You must know that when you hide your intuition, you honor the divine whisper within you. Intuition is the voice of your ancestors, the hand of God guiding your steps, the unseen compass pulling you away from destruction and toward promise. Too often men laugh at intuition because they cannot measure it, cannot dissect it, cannot explain it. They call it superstition, they call it paranoia, they call it foolishness. But a woman knows better. She knows when her stomach tightens, when her spirit stirs, when her skin prickles, that she is being told a truth no words have spoken yet. My dear, do not allow any man to mock you out of your gift. Do not reveal all of what you know, for some truths are meant to remain unspoken until their time. If you lay bare the full depth of your insight, it may be dismissed, and dismissal is the poison that kills faith in yourself. Keep it close, honor it privately, act upon it silently, and let the world watch as you always seem to walk in right timing, as you always seem to be one step ahead. That mystery will be your power. Understand this deeply, my love. To hide is to guard is to preserve, and to preserve is to reign. You are not less loving because you keep your dreams hidden. You are not less trusting because you protect your pain. You are not less devoted because you measure your giving. You are not less committed because you keep your independence. You are not less open because you hold your intuition sacred. You are more. You are wise. You are sovereign. You are untouchable. And the man who truly deserves you will never ask you to strip yourself bare. He will not demand every secret. He will not insist upon every treasure. Instead, he will walk with reverence, knowing that what you choose to share with him is a gift, and what you choose to keep is a crown. Do not be afraid of mystery, for mystery is the perfume of the soul. Do not be afraid of concealment, for concealment is the veil of the queen. Do not be afraid of saying this is mine, and mine alone, for a woman who belongs to herself first is the woman who commands the deepest respect. And when you walk with such dignity, when you love with such wisdom, when you keep what must be kept, you will never be left in ruins. For even if love leaves, even if promises break, even if life shifts beneath your feet, you will still have yourself, whole, unbroken, radiant. So walk on, beloved, with the hidden treasures of your soul tucked safely in your heart. Let the world see your strength. Let them taste your kindness. Let them feel your presence, but never give them the entirety of who you are. You are too sacred for that. You are too eternal for that. You are too divine for that. A woman who knows how to hide rightly is a woman who knows how to reign, and my God, there is nothing more powerful than a woman who reigns over herself. A woman must never forget that the world has always tried to strip her of her mystery, always tried to pry her open, always tried to convince her that in order to be loved, she must reveal every corner of her soul. But I tell you now, the soul of a woman was never designed to be a public square, open to every wandering footstep, every careless gaze, every unworthy hand. The soul of a woman is a temple, a sanctuary, a place where the sacred dwells, and only the reverent may enter. A woman who keeps her sanctuary closed to those who come without devotion is not cruel, she is wise. She is protecting what was entrusted to her by heaven itself, for the divine did not pour into her spirit so that she could lay it at the feet of men who would trample upon it. No, my dear, the divine gave you your spirit so you might guard it, so you might honor it, so you might keep it whole. There will be those who call you cold for keeping your secrets, but you are not cold, you are cautious. There will be those who call you distant for guarding your treasures, but you are not distant, you are discerning. There will be those who call you hard for refusing to spill your every thought, but you are not hard, you are holy. You must understand that your hiddenness is your shield, your reserve is your crown, your silence is your power. When you withhold certain things from the eyes of men, you do not weaken yourself, you fortify yourself. For every part of you that remains untouched by another's judgment is a part of you that remains free, and freedom, my love, is the essence of your beauty. Consider your dreams once more, those tender flames flickering in the secret chambers of your heart. They are not to be handed out like trinkets for idle amusement. Too many women have watched their dreams be extinguished by laughter, by scorn, by words meant to shrink them into something manageable. A man who cannot see the horizon you are called to reach will try to convince you that the